Hello, operators. Midnight Operations, episode 16. Um, it's a pleasure to be back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you can hear my voice, or hope you can hear some background music. Excellent such. I see Lane in the chat. I see AKZK. Welcome, guys. We have some early operators here as well. Boopy Fox, we had a conversation. Beep boop. Cheap Noise, Cosine, Phoenix Rising, Cheap Noise, Panos. I'll stay there. Panos, nice to see you again. Heitner Music. Yeah, good morning or whatever. Happy midnight or whatever we can say for the midnight operations. Hello, James. How you doing? Good to see you all. This is episode 16 of Midnight Operations. Last episode 15, was a Russian community stream again by our good friend and mentor, Samtlik Prost. I goofed a bit on that one because I had set it to stream on the official channel, but I forgot to set the auto start. So he had to stream on his channel, but it's uploaded now and it's subtitled. So if you didn't see that, then go check out episode 15 as well, covering Pocket Operator PO35 Speak. We got some new additions here. We got Antonio, we got Groove Millionaire, we got David Hunter, we got Ryan Toast, John Blakely also. OPC update. Yes, it's something's coming here. So this episode will focus on the 10 years of OP1 beat contest winners. Celebrate the greats, the 1 and the 2 and the 3. We will look at the upcoming OPC update, which I'm sure you're excited about. I'll show a message here from my girlfriend. Hej Malin, puss på dig också. Awesome. Vilarcia, welcome to the stream. Excuse me. And there's some news that we released on the store. I think we're going to start there actually. So let's see if we can get right into it. Welcome guys, and let's go. I want some music, but let's see what happens here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so before we get into this guy, just want to say quickly that we released a new OPZ leather sleeve case yesterday. I think it was just yesterday, for the OPZ protection, a sleek one. If you want to check that out, it's available from the store. Okay, so 10 years of OP1. So we wrote something about we're halfway. So the OP1 has been around for 10 years. Hey, 256, welcome. CPU 21, welcome. El Santo, welcome. So halfway, we started out having a beat contest 10 years ago, and we had this guy win it. No such thing. So we thought we'd do a second round. So this was what we've been doing the last month here, together with Tala as well. We've been listening to some awesome beats from you guys, and we announced the winners yesterday. Oh, sorry, last week. And I think we had how many? I think we have 594 entries in total. You've been creative and you've been productive. That's great, and it's also unique submissions. Oh, Heavy, how you doing? Welcome, man. Good to have you. Okay, so let's see. Third place the motivations from, or the motivations, the whatever word I'm about to say, the motivation. I don't know. I guess you know what I mean. The motivation for this winning entry is by Tala. This stood out sonically to me. It had a very unique sound, and I could tell Matt has a real sense of identity to his sound. And Nosage said, into the psychedelic field with this one. All the sounds are interesting. I like the cinematic vibe. Awesome. So we have the third place winner is Matt Hoyne. And let's see. I think you can hear this. He did a video as well. Make sure you follow Matt Hoyne. Awesome video. Oops.
She doesn't speak to outsiders.
Pause that. Awesome. Matt Hoyne, everybody. Some love in the chat for Matt. Let's see. So number 2, Tala says, love the drums on this one, and the switch up that happens around half a minute caught my attention and really stood out. Vibes. Awesome. Nosage says, feeling the use of space in this one. The sounds are different and has an OP1 vibe. Beat is hard. Okay. So second place goes to Cheech. Let's play it here. Boom. There we go. User cheech user dash 5538311168 on SoundCloud. Yeah, that's a switch up. Awesome. Go follow Cheech and send some mad love in the chat for this talented producer. Hey, Jester. Hey, Dylan, who's moderating today. Awesome. Thank you so much. Antonio Chordmaster, welcome, man. Good to see you. There we go. Okay, so first place and winner of the Grand Slam, the super kit here, the OP1, the cables and accessories, is, you already know it, but here we go. Oh, let's see, a network hiccup. I'll restart, reload this. We got Chester Watson. So Tala says, great sound selection and sonic palette. Love the use of the sample. I'm excited to see his journey unfold. A producer to watch for sure. Dope arrangement, nice selection of sounds. Everything sounds in place. Listen to this on loop a few times by Nosage. I'm gonna reload that page. Oh, sorry. Reload this page, and we'll see if we can get the. There we go.
Now wait a minute, I don't want to hear any more about Oriental hocus pocus. Finger flitter in here. Hey, finger. Scroll.
Yeah. I'd hit every siren button I had in applause, but we'll get to that in a few episodes maybe. Uh, a big congratulations to Chester Watson. Let's see. I actually have a interview for you guys. Um, let's see if I can set that up here. So yesterday I called Chester and had a little chat with him. Um, so and I had some audio trouble, so we're just jumping it right into it. But I've started with saying congratulations and introducing myself and so forth. So I'll just start it, and you can enjoy this interview with Chester Watson, winner of the 10-year OP1 beat contest. There, finally. Hello, Chester. How you doing?
Hello, Tobias. I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Great. It's great to meet you like this. Early in the morning for you, afternoon for me. Where are you based?
Right now I'm on the outskirts of Atlanta. It's not probably about an hour away from Atlanta, kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I like it.
You enjoying the
It
quiet?
was nice meeting you too.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%,
Mm.
100%. The quiet is kind of I've learned that I'm a person of extremes. It seems like
Mm.
it's like I either like to be in a super busy city or I like to be like in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
I don't really like to be in between, but yeah, I like the quiet. I like the time that it gives me to like think and stuff like that. So
Is that a theme of your life? You think like the extremes?
100%. I wouldn't say it's a reoccurring theme, but I find myself like slowly tilting between the two a lot. It's like whether well, I guess just in more so just in living spaces, like where I live.
Right.
Everything else is pretty consistent,
Mm.
kind of mellow, monotone in a lot of ways. But no, when it comes to like where I live, it's either I'm in like a super busy place or I'm like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Cool. Uh, how consistent is music in that equation for you?
Oh, it's. I feel like music is probably the only thing that stays like uh constant. I'm always, no matter where I am, I'm probably gonna make music. I think that music is becoming a lot more portable,
Mm.
especially with things like the OP1, with things like a lot of the teenage engineering gear, a lot of the interfaces are getting a lot more compact, things like that. So it's easier to travel and make music and record. So I usually have like a bag and it's just music equipment with me if I'm like traveling,
Right.
like a mic or something.
So you do your backpack compatible.
Exactly. I had to compress it down.
Yeah.
And when we get to studios, we take advantage of that too.
Right.
So it's good.
Would you tell us a little bit about your background and how you came into music?
Oh, 100%. Thanks for asking. So I started musically when I was a kid. My mom, she's always been super into like R&B and soul music. So growing up, that was kind of the intake. I wasn't too exposed to like hip hop, so mainly just like stuff that I hear on the radio as far as like hip hop. So I grew up kind of like hip hop dancing, kind of just like popping and locking and break dance and stuff like that when I was younger. And then that transformed into when I got into middle school. I was about what, like 11 or 12. I started doing ballet, and I had this. She was Egyptian, but she was Russian trained, and
Mm.
she was my teacher. And she taught me how to. She taught the whole class, but she taught me how to count music and like how to not necessarily read music, but how to like feel music, stuff like that. So I did ballet for 3 years, and then on the fourth year, when I got into high school, I was probably like 14, going on 15. I stopped and I was like, all right, I'm just start making music. And yeah, that's kind of how it broke down. After that, kind of took off. I was like 15, kind of started finding my voice around then, um, and started producing because I didn't want to necessarily have like hip hop, like YouTube beats. I didn't want to take all the beats off YouTube or just do a whole bunch of covers of people who already made songs and stuff like that. So I eventually started. Well, around the time I started rapping, I figured out I was like, all right, well, I need to make my own beats in order to kind of facilitate this sound that I want to create. And so that's kind of how it started. Ever since I was 15, I'm 20, 24 now. So about 9 going on 10 years, uh, I've been producing and rapping. So it's kind of how it's gone.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. It sounds very intriguing to have a uh, Egyptian Russian trained lady teaching you ballet for 3 years. That must have been a really interesting experience.
100%.
Yeah.
I have her name tattooed on my hand, her
Oh,
last
really?
name.
So she made an
Yeah.
impact.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
She's like a second mom. She's
Right.
like a second mom.
Cool.
So, yeah, she's dope. She's dope. Shout out to Miss Revette.
She likes your music now.
I haven't, this is the thing. So when I was in eighth grade, I haven't talked to her since eighth grade. She
Mm,
retired.
right.
So, and she was a reclusive person, like outside of school. You never really saw her, talk to her, or anything like that. So it was cool. That's why I got her tattooed because she left such like an impact.
Yeah.
And the I guess just the switch between her being there and her like me not being able to contact her was so drastic. I was like, all right, yeah, I gotta show love. Yeah.
The
So that
contrast
was her
again.
personality. Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. Shout
Awesome.
out to her.
So you have you released a lot of stuff?
Yes, 100%. I try to make as much music as possible. In all honesty, I'll release instrumental tapes. I'll release EPs, like hip hop EPs. I'm working on a few different ones now. That's kind of like, I guess the work ethic or the just that I'm kind of all over the place and want to do a lot of different things. Yeah, I release as much as I can. I make a lot more than I release, but you got to have that kind of filter between what you make and what you put out in the world. So
And it
it's always
seems
practice.
right. And it seems that that filter dial is tuned perfectly, at least for this competition. And also, I mean, you say you make more than you release, but you have released a lot. Do you have any tips for when something is ready for release? How do you
Yeah.
determine that?
So I guess in the sense of the teenage engineering, I guess we can use this as
Yeah,
an
let's.
example. So I made the beat. Um, I made the beat probably in. I worked on it for the whole day that I made it. It was like probably a couple weeks before the contest ended, and I made it. It had a whole bunch of layers. It had the drums and stuff. It was pretty. It sounded done. And then I was like, all right, I'm kind of ear dead. I can't necessarily figure out what else to put in this beat.
Mm,
So I was like, all right, let me let it chill. I knew that I could turn it in the way that it was because just of how full it sounded. But I wanted to kind of push myself. So I kind of backed away from it for I would say like 4 or 5 days and just kind of experience life with listen to other kind of songs that I was making or songs that I was working on and planning to release and then I came back to it with fresh ears and I was like, all right, so this is something these are things that I can add into or sounds that I can add into the background that maybe I didn't hear beforehand. Like maybe a lot of it was like there's a lot of low end and a lot of the notes were really low. So I was like, all right, I kind of got to balance this out. Add some higher notes, add some like sparkly sounds,
mm.
stuff like that. So you want it to feel full. And for me at least, it's when I feel like I can like listen to it on repeat, on repeat. If I can do that to a song, I feel like it's pretty much like ready and like because if I like it, I'm pretty sure other people are gonna like it. Because I'm a harsh critic on myself. I'm like, this is trash. Throw this away. So if I'm like, yeah, I can repeat this for a good at least 10, 20 minutes, then I'm like, all right, yeah, I think it's done.
Yeah.
So that's probably my meter, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's a good measurement. And do you find yourself when coming back to stuff that you have done, listening with fresh ears, as you say, do you find yourself often adding stuff, or is it also what's it called? Not adding, removing stuff.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's definitely about finding the balance and what needs to be there. So there'll be some sounds that I'm like, this clashes. I can replace this with something else,
Mm.
and take it out, or maybe change a snare or change like a hat or something. So definitely, it's about sound balance. I think I've been kind of working on sound design a lot more, just adding weirder, more unique sounds into production. So I think it's definitely about finding a balance, whether it's adding or taking away.
Great to hear. Um, so in the future, we hope to hear a lot from you. Where can people find your music? What's the best intro to your world, going beyond this track?
I would say, as far as well, a Japanese horror film. That's like my debut album, quote unquote. It kind of follows me through this. It's very concept oriented, so it follows me through this trip to Japan, where I like run into all these yokai that are voiced by like people that I know from around the world. Geishas, monsters, witches, deities, things like that. So I think a Japanese horror film would be a good intro into like how I think music should sound, just because that's the project that I've spent the most time on building a world with. There's also other ones, but I produced the majority of a Japanese horror film, so that's a good intro into not only how I guess write, but how I produce, and I guess where I come from as far as production. Um, so yeah, probably that. That's everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music. But yeah, Japanese horror film,
Awesome.
1997. There's a few things, but yeah, Japanese horror film for
Yeah.
sure.
So we'll link everyone to your to the Japanese horror film and to the rest of your world, so people can check you out. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, this is a recording, so we can't take any viewer questions for you. But maybe, do you have a question or a challenge or something you want to say to the viewers here, to the operators viewing?
Yeah, just push yourself. I would say there's different ways to go about producing. Um, how do you get a question I get a lot is, how do you get out of writer's block? How do
Mm,
you get out of production block? And I think a lot of people, a lot of musicians go through that. I would say just take a step back from it for a couple days. Like sometimes you got to come back at it with fresh ears, come back at it with fresh mindset. If you're kind of, I don't know, like ramming it, trying to get it done, it's not always. Sometimes that's a good method, but that's not always the method that you need to go by to actually get the outcome that you want. So take a step back, smell the roses, go outside, get some fresh air, come back to it, and you'll be surprised at what you hear at that on that second or third listen. So yeah, just take time with it, have fun with it. Don't be too serious. Obviously, take it seriously, but don't be too serious. Have
right.
fun with it. Make sure it makes you smile when you're making it, or whatever emotion that you're trying to bring out. Make
Exactly.
sure that you can bring that out properly. So yeah, that's about it.
Wise words. Thank you so much, Chester, for taking the time to speak with me and speak with us. Much appreciated. Again, congratulations on winning the 10 years of OP1 beat contest. First prize. By now, the package should be on its way to you, hopefully. If
It
not,
looked like it was.
you'll have it soon. So
Thank you so much.
thank you so much, and see you again in the future.
Oh, 100%. Thank you. You have a nice one.
You too. Have a good one.
Cheers.
There we go, guys. What a lovely human being. I'm going to switch scene. Here we go. Thank you, Chord Master. It was for the compliment on the interview. It was a just a quick. Sorry, it was a quick conversation, just something casual. But it's always good to connect with people behind the music. So let's see. Yeah, there were some volume changes. I'm sorry for that, but right now we're actually listening to the Japanese horror film. And would you know that this entire time it's been going through this guy? Let's see. So Jonas says hi, and he couldn't be here on the stream. That would have been good, because we're announcing the OPZ firmware update 1.2.38 that will be available tomorrow. So if you see this after the live, it's you can get it at the website. And one thing that has been improved a bit is how to input stuff in the OP1 or OPZ. Sorry. So I'll remove this, and there we go. And Jonas has a list for me, so I'll go through it and see if I can follow his directions. Okay, start the app and go to new input output track. So the module track here. He likes to call it input output, and it makes sense. On the unit, it's a module, so we call it the module track, but it's also the in and out track. So as you can see right now, it's been a bit restructured here. We now use shift and set. We can toggle the input signals. So right now you can see the mic blinking, and that's the internal mic. So no mic, and there we go. And also USB. So we've been listening to the SoundCloud album by Chester through the USB connection here through my other computer. And what's cool is that you can now add effects to the incoming signal. So if I go if I press shift to go to the fourth page, you can turn up the volume. Oh, good timing. So we're filtering the input signal using the built-in filter. So the track 14, the module track, the input output track, has a dedicated filter now as well. And another thing that's cool is that it has LFO. So OP1 users, you know what this is about to do. So I have depth turned up quite a lot. We have a rate just set to 1:1. This destination is the filter, and the shape or the source for the modulation is the gyro. Let me see what happens if I. Let's get a beat going.
Yo, my soul is glow under this too, buttermilk bath like I'm rich.
So as I tilt it,
My crazy ship,
I can control the
with the drip, yeah. Keep it in high confidence, just gotta find
filter.
This ain't a question.
And that could be routed to whatever destination you want. So it doesn't have to be the filter, but for show, it's kind of effective.
Still niggas be riding my way.
There we go. Okay, so if I should follow his guidance, start app and go to the input-output track. Yeah, we did that. Insert rumble module. Okay, let's try that then. So I'll turn down this for now. I've already prepared it. No, it didn't come off, but see. So I enter the back through unscrewing here, and I have the rumble module. Put that in and observe on the display here. Oops. There we go. So now it says a rumble module is detected, and whew, I can already feel it. So if I press minus and plus on the rumble, I can see the indicator going up and down, and I can feel the vibrations in the unit. So it's handy to know, get some more visual feedback on what's going on. Okay, let's get that out again. I'm using the dummy module key that is good for opening the stuff. Here I have the apply module. Turn that on, flip it, and you see now the apply module is detected. And what happens if I flip the switches here? MIDI, trig, and PO. So I get a visual feedback on what settings my module is. Also for the input, trig, and MIDI. That's handy. Go. And whenever I maybe I'll turn off the LFO for now. Let's do. There we go. So turn the depth down to 0. Now it doesn't affect anything. Okay. Vibe into Chester while doing this. That's cool. Okay, so input, insert rumble module, insert upload module. Talk about the new input signal path. Yeah, so as you saw, you use the shift key and 1, 2, 3 to toggle the inputs. So that's the built-in microphone. You can I can speak with this as well, and so I can speak with the microphone, and that can also be gyro controlled. The shift 2 is the headset. I don't have it connected right now, so that wouldn't show up. And then shift 0 is monitor mode, and that monitors the clean signal coming in. Good for when you want to sound check and set levels, or if you just want a clean signal going through the OBZ. Yeah, filter LFO I show off. Yeah, that I did that already. Show gyro. Yep. Add second source. Yeah, there we go. Show new slider on mixer page. Okay, so what's that then? So on mixer, I hold this, and you can see the 4 sample tracks, and then the 4 instrument tracks, and then another one here is the module or the in and out track, basically track 14. So there is a volume slider here as well.
Just like I agree that I'm a sinner, all the same. Find my mind at peace, 10,000
There you go.
inside a plane, mini chessboard in my reach, 'cause I see that life's a game. Marshman in the distance.
Turn that off. It says play a pattern, add sound effect from something on table, hold microphone to filter with. Okay, I'll see if I can sing to this then. I have microphone on. I'll turn the effects up. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Cool. Turn that up as well. What's that? I think that's chorus. So now I'm using the microphone, the built-in microphone as my main mic. And then let's see what else. So we turn on the LFO again. There we go. And then turn the depth up. Tweaking here. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. I think that's it, guys. So that's some of the new stuff you can do with the update that comes out tomorrow. Let's see, turn the effects down. There we go. So hope you can make good use of this. There will be a full change log and update log tomorrow when you get it. But this is the major stuff. And don't worry, a lot of stuff else is happening as well with the OPC and OP1. So we got you covered for, what was it, 10 years to come or something. So yeah, that's it for episode 16. Do you have any questions? Now is the time. I have this neat setup. I can go through some stuff. Otherwise, feel free to check out the rest of the 10-year OP1 submissions for some great inspiration. I'll post the winners again here. Let's see, we got that. And then boom. And there we go. Oh, yeah, okay. Got a bit mixed up. But so there you go. All the winning submissions. Thank you so much for checking in, for hanging out, and much love to Chester, to Cheech, to Matt Hoyne, and to all of you operators. This is me, Tobias, checking out. See you again soon, and have a good one. Peace.